And what I'm chewing is nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Let me say a good morning to all of you, a cherished one, of course. And let me ask you, how are you feeling this morning? You feeling high, or you are feeling low, or you are feeling mid? You know that I didn't know that when they are saying, "Are you feeling high?" It means you are feeling high. I didn't know. I thought it was some English word. Are you feeling high? And it is a Jamaican word, which means that you are on a high energy pedestal. But what causes one to feel high is when you are being infested, injected with an high product in your body. This morning, the biggest high product you can body is ginger honey chips, and enjoy it because it is the best of the best. Let me say welcome to the first road show for the week. And, once I'm opportune to have a driver, I will always come your way with no luxury, but this wonderful time spent together. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another wonderful day. Gradually, we are counting to the end of the month of February. I don't know how you spent your vows day. I don't know what you did. And, I don't know how you are enjoying it, but I think that those of you who didn't enjoy Valentine's Day, you have missed a lot. And it's not too late. Finish the February well, and let's see your show. So happy Valentine's Day to those of you who have celebrated, and those of you who have not celebrated, because there's nothing to be celebrated, like somebody said one time to me. May you have the courage to do a celebration. As I also say thank you to God for the opportunity and the gift of life, I will not stop saying it. Because if I am not alive, I will not be here to come and say what I'm saying to all of you. Share the page with me immediately. Tell a friend I am here. Counselor Utrot is live. And so let's go and listen to what he will say. Somebody will say, so any of them you want to say, but knowledge is power. And we are here going forward to go and do something here. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. Go to your TikTok and look for counselor_Lutrot, and let's do it together by hitting myself on your screen, and it will be yours. If you watch my background on TikTok, it's simple. It's that is available for people who want to do masters in AI, artificial intelligence is what we call AI, and want to do masters in cybersecurity for free, to be precise, whilst you donate to the foundation that brought this thing to you. So your donation to the foundation, because the foundation has a land that we want to develop in Ashalaja, and for that matter, we need your resources. After the award we have won, we told them we want to build a shelter. So this scholarship that has come to us, you need a donation of an amount not less than $2,000 out of this scholarship of $60,000 given to you. Is below 60%, it's below 10% So help us to help the needy, the stranded, people living with cerebral palsy. We are doing home first aid education. It's a very big project that we've started, and we need your financial support to do it together. So if you want to do your masters in any of the 13 universities across the United States of America and Canada, contact me on 0277 609 644, and the Secretariat of the Foundation will support you and assist you. Good morning, wherever you are. Good morning. Good morning, wherever you are and where you find yourself. Let me welcome you with a good morning and a clap offering. Put your hands together for yourself. Thank you for joining me. This morning, what am I talking about? Usually, when I'm talking about things like this, it becomes a burden to most of you who have not yet experienced what I'm talking about. What should be the relationship between you and your mother-in-law? Who is the best mom-in-law, the husbands or the wife? And I was having a story that I shared with my driver this morning because she is married, and her opinions and her facial reaction, how I wish she was on camera to show you that face she showed me. So this is the story of a family that is married. They are not married from the same, they didn't marry the same man, which means the same mother-in-law. But we're having a chat. For example, I'm married to my wife, and my wife has a sister, and she's also married to another man. But this is what happened. The mother-in-law visited them, which is the husband's mother. And when she came, there was no place that he can allow her to pass the night. So after giving her food, they rented for her one eye guest house. That is about, the woman says, about 18 minutes away from the house, a luxurious first class guest house, so that she should go and pass the night there. And in the morning, quickly they'll go for her because she came to come and do some medical screening for some travel. So she came and they didn't allow her to sleep in the house, even though it was a 2-bedroom house. The other room was full with 4 kids, and the mother-in-law cannot sleep on the floor. So for respect's sake, they took her to a guest house, and it was good for her. She didn't show any reservation, but when she left the house, she went to see the brother, the sisters of the son, and told them that, when I went to visit your brother in Accra, it was something else. I slept in a guest house because the wife said there was no space, and the best place after feeding me, that my son went to drop me at a guest house, and that's where I slept. And they came for me in the morning. So me, now when I'm going to Accra to them, I should think twice. I don't know why my son will have a house, and I will leave and go and sleep in a guest house. I don't know why that should happen. But this is the story. And the siblings got upset, got angry. They didn't talk to their brother. They didn't talk to the brother's wife, but they had cold shoulders, and it was difficult for, they didn't know. They only got to know recently. They didn't got some people are very lawless. They got to know just recently. And the way they got to know was that. So the other one also had the same thing with the mother-in-law. And when the mother-in-law came, they gave their bedroom, and she slept with the children in a guest room. And the husband slept in the couch in the sitting room for 3 days. And the mother-in-law was using their matrimonial bed. When the mother-in-law left, she went to also announce that what the daughter-in-law has done, she's not seen some before. Sent her Widdies, wristwatch, and Hollandies. So she came to share the story. So these are 2 different daughters who are sharing their experience with their mother-in-law. Don't forget about last week. We're doing the last week Friday. We'll continue this Friday on Buntumin Kawasem about the lady who called and told us that the mother-in-law came And when they did a room in the house for her to sleep in, she said she would not pass the night there except on their matrimonial bed. So she and the husband agreed and left the bed for the mother to sleep on it. That is what irritated my driver. I have witnessed an incident where a mother-in-law insisted to sleep, and the daughter-in-law said, I will not leave my matrimonial bed for you unless your son does. And the son left the bed for the mother. So the mother and the daughter-in-law slept on the same bed, and the complaints in the morning was so appalling. Is that how you sleep? You throw yourself just anyhow, and you snore too much, and I don't know how to sleep this thing. Let me go back to where I came from. What is it? The mother came from Holland. So this is why we are asking between the husband and the wife, whose mother is the best? Will you give your bed to your mother-in-law because you want to have your peace of mind? Is it right to do it? Is it wrong to do it? My dear, you are welcome this morning. And you have to help me in this conversation because I started with you. You will definitely become a mother-in-law because you have a son. Yes, or you have sons. Good. So you one day become a mother-in-law. These stories I just narrated. Can you give us your initial take on this mother-in-law relationship? And hear this. A mother-in-law is a mother to anyone who has been married. And we are discussing the man's mother and the woman's mother, the two of them. Who at all is that troublesome person? Welcome, my dear.
Thank you.
So we are listening to you. I mean, where's your take? So she will come and give us a take. She's reading the definition of what she wants to share with us. So let's give her that benefit of the doubters. But this is where I want to go. So a mother-in-law is a mother-in-law is a mother of a spouse, and we are discussing two mothers-in-laws here. We are discussing the mother-in-law of the man and the mother-in-law of the woman. So if you have any comment, you can send it to me. It's brought to you by Ginger Honey Chips. Ginger Honey Chips in the United States of America is gotten by dialing this number or sending a WhatsApp. I need ginger chips. 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. And the same way in Ghana, 0277-609-644. 0277-609-644. So as we go through these sections with you, your take, your view is very, very much welcome as I do it the way it has to be done. All right. Okay. So let me see. Should your mother-in-law be your friend was what we discussed the last time. This morning we are saying who is the best. Mother-in-law and daughter-in-law must learn this otherwise. So who is the best? The man's mother or the woman's mother? Who is the best? So we are looking for the best. And usually when we are looking for the best, we have nowhere to go than to come to all of you who can help us get the best. Please hit your screens. Let's do this together because you are very good at what you do. This is the Road Show brought to you by Counselor Dave Lutrot. Right here on TikTok, Counselor_Lutrot. And on my Facebook like page, Counselor Lutrot. Can we share the page? I know you are busy, but usually the early morning like this, we need this. Nana Marinchua, my love. I love you, Rolf. The wife's mother is the best, is what Nana Marinchua is saying. And say, hey, when are we seeing baby Gladys' face? Baby Gladys' face. I will request her permission. She's camera shy. You know, these women who are very beautiful and they grew up in the Pehuasen. It's very difficult to convince them to bring their face. But she's on social media. Every day she's using teddy bear or other things as her DP and programs that are running. but it doesn't make her less beautiful. But baby Gladys is very beautiful. Francis, Enam, Eyan, Francis, Eyan, Eyan. It says, your matrimonial bed is only for the couples and not in-law. Man's mother can come but not stay for long. Woman's mother, women mothers are those who normally come and stay for long, especially during maternity and help with the kids. Francis is a good point. Thank you very much. So that's what Francis is saying, that matrimonial bed is meant for matrimonial people. So under no circumstance should you allow your matrimonial bed being given to, as it were, your mother-in-law. In no circumstance should they ever be qualified, according to what Francis is saying. Francis is also saying that the mother of the man, which is the husband's mother, should have timelines when it comes to staying in the man's house. There should be timelines. Sorry, I saw something that the woman is still, she's not even concentrating on the child. You are holding a child, the child is falling down, the mouth is hitting on the ground. He's having conversation with somebody, thinking that the conversation is more important than the small child. Women cry, you do stupid concern like this. I'm sorry, but you are working with a child. Concentrate on the child. This concern you are doing with another woman, is it more important than the child? That was just by the way. So, Francis, thank you for your point. He said there's a timeline for a man's mother to come and stay, and there's a timeline for a woman's mother to come and stay. I don't know your take on that. Your man's mother have a timeline. Is it likely you can say that? So the story is very clear that right now there are two stories. The other lady's mother-in-law has sent her a nice slippers, a wristwatch, and a Holland cloth because she gave her matrimonial bed to sleep on when she came for 3 days. And the other one and the husband decided they should rent a guest house for her 18 minutes away. You know, is it effect of unplanned pregnancies? Which one is that one? Effect of unplanned pregnancies. Is it a topic you want us to treat for you? Yeah. If it's a topic you want me to come and treat, the effect of unplanned pregnancy, if that's what you want me to discuss, let me know and I'll do justice to it for you. Okay. Effect of unplanned pregnancies, I'll do it for you. I'll keep this topic in my head. The effect of unplanned pregnancies. Okay, I'll do that. Mind you, there's a biggest conference that is going to be launched this year called the Parenting Conference, from conception to teenage. From conception to teenage. It's one of the biggest conferences I want to start in Ghana, and we'll launch it after Father's Day. And so it will run this year, a big conference. That will be a day's conference, a nice weekend that we'll spend together with parents, single and married, those who are thinking of getting a child. So it's a conference that is coming up. So Amarichua and Anamarichua, thank you very much, my love. Is it a topic, I think, or something you want me to treat on? I like it. If it's a topic, good. If it's not a topic too, I want to pick it up and talk about it. The effect of unplanned pregnancy. The effect of unplanned pregnancy. Please keep the topic for me. So somebody was asking, I want to see the face of the Gladys. She get a max. We'll get her face up here because she's so much security conscious about her beauty. She doesn't want somebody to see her beauty now. So let me continue from where we are. So that was given the guest house. And earlier on, Baby Gladys was saying that they've given you the biggest bed in the guest house. So comfortable, you are complaining. You want to squeeze yourself on somebody's matrimonial bed. Are you correct? Are you crazy? Hey, Amaricha, he said you'll be there for the conference. Okay, so registration will start very soon. From April, we'll start the registration because this is pure registration. And it might be a registration without any other thing. You can't go down here. Okay, so welcome. You finish your research. Okay. So we're having a discussion here. So I'm saying that the one that gave mother-in-law the opportunity to go and sleep in a guest house, has she done anything wrong?
How she has done anything wrong? If it is a 2-bedroom self-contained apartment,
what is this guy doing?
He's trying to help the old man turn around.
No, he's not turning around. He wanted to go down, but it's not done. So he should come back here. He should rather.
The man is turning around.
No, the man is going back there, but he can't go. So they should bring him back here. So we should give him space to 10. He wants to carry less than 10. We have limited time. So. All right. So sorry. Let's take your take. Let's have your take here. So there are two people. One who gave the matrimonial bed has received a gift from the mother-in-law, and Shiny from the whole family is saying that she's the best daughter-in-law that you can ever find in Africa, and this is what marriage is all about, you know. And the one who didn't give, but rather gave the biggest bed in the one-eye guest house, 80 minutes away from their house, is getting the bashing, and they're saying that she's a bad daughter-in-law. I mean, matrimonial bed sharing with your in-law. What's your take?
Well, I don't think it is right because there are some things that when you start, you must continue.
Okay.
Today you are in, I've given you my matrimonial bed again for my inconvenience.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow you come and for some reason I'm unable to. Will she complain?
Mm-hmm.
So what I can't continue, I won't start.
Okay.
What I know I cannot continue, I will never start.
But is it just what to continue? Is it right even to do it once?
It's not right. You see, it's not right. Sometimes we take some things for granted.
No, is it right for your mother or your husband's mother to use your matrimonial bed?
Me, if my mom comes to visit and there's no bed, then I give her my money. She won't even sleep on it.
She won't sleep on it?
No.
Your mother will not sleep on your matrimonial bed? Why?
Why is she coming to sleep on my matrimonial bed?
Because you give her.
She won't sleep. Even if I give her, she won't sleep. She will tell me it is not right.
Oh,
it's not done.
So the mothers who come to sleep, they don't know it's not right.
As for the husband's mother, I don't know. Maybe we all grow and come and meet this feeling of belongingness and rights, and I don't know.
But the way you are attached with your boys, don't you think that thing can happen? Because you are attached with your boys than your girl. Your girls are far away from you.
It is likely that something like that may happen, but we are all becoming enlightened as this days goes by. We are learning.
Okay.
Becoming enlightened. We are learning.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't think that in the near future, if my boys get married, I will go and make such demands and then go and disturb their peace of mind. I am looking at bigger opportunities for my children now.
Okay.
So I see my children in very far. I see them far, living better life than I am living now. So when I visit them, I will never inconvenience them and make a certain demands. And if they serve me in a way that I feel is inappropriate, I will take the opportunity to educate them. Yes.
Talking about education, yesterday I went for a meeting in a school there called the North Hills International School, a British curriculum school located in Hajo. And for the first time in my life that I entered into an international school, I was sitting and waiting for the time, my turn for the meeting. And every child that came to pass greeted me. I was shocked. Because I've been to a lot of international schools that the children feel the sense of entitlement, that bad mentality. But in this school, everybody was greeting me. They greeted me to the extent that I went back to my old, those times when we were young, that you keep greeting everybody you see on the way. So when you just said that better, I mean, some schools are good, and I want to recommend North Hills International School for those of you who are close to Hacho in Marina. The school is good. So I spoke to the proprietor and the director. He says, no, they are placed here. It's an international school with local upbringing. You cannot pass without greeting. It's the basic thing in the school. I said, well, I just experienced it, and I'll advertise for you for free. So thank you very much for raising children in that way. So I'm listening to you. So, okay, let me ask you too, as a wife, if you hear that your mother-in-law has come to visit, or your mother-in-law has come to visit here, she's come to visit you, to see the grandchildren and come and see you, because she has some appointment in Accra, but she's living in a guest house close to your house, how would you feel? It's not that you took her to the guest house. She went to rent the guest house herself. Because according to the end of the story, the sibling just told their mother that henceforth, anytime you are going to Accra, we will get you money to rent a place and go and visit your grandchildren and your son. Never go to that house. Don't eat from that woman. Don't let her even feel that you are looking for a place to stay.
Well, that's quite unfortunate, because if my mom-in-law is coming and I have space available, I would love for her to come in. Her coming shouldn't inconvenience me and my family.
Okay.
So if I have space, I will, try and convince her, but I won't force her. If you want to stay in a guest house, fine. That's okay.
You're okay with that?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
It won't hurt you.
No.
They'll go and insult you.
I don't care about what they are saying behind my back.
No, they'll say it in front of you.
Fine. I will respond.
Okay.
I will share my feelings with my husband, so he will deal with them.
So you tell your husband that your mother-in-law comes, and when she got to the house, hello, hey ma'am, welcome. Oh, she comes with no bag. She's just holding a small purse in her armpit with some bag, nice gift bag with chocolates and other things in it for the grandchildren. But she's not coming to sleep. And then the next thing is that, my bow, maybe enrow. But what we mean, some fear idea. Yeah, man, baby, in that anti guest house near what junction hono. I go to your 3 days, one better. And you heard it. This is the introduction of your mother-in-law.
Mommy, you're quite about to say, why you cry me more for you? Nancy, my mom so. I didn't know about mommy.
Me did it. Guest house on me.
Sir, I can't swear.
We be enra. We be enra. Into kwansi di amoko. Obi ahu ye. Me manage ya. Oh. Ompo na mka se me ba me renting guest house na me ha ma yin.
I didn't know bidi.
This is how come me.
Oh, okay. I can I bidi sapanti. Ebe invite you.
Oh, they mean the idea songs are intended.
Oh, sir. Me take a Caribbean man.
Oh, my how. With the million about guest house of India.
Oh, let me say, me know here. Me shake for number. And I'll leave her.
You leave your mother-in-law to sit alone and watch TV?
Yes, you should sit alone and watch TV.
And will you call your husband and tell your husband that the mother is here?
Yes.
And what will you tell her on the TV? Because it's like you've ignored her guest house that she's staying. All that she's saying,
I'm not the one to respond. My husband is the head of the family.
Hi, how many women have this heart? They won't respond to the mother-in-law going to rent a guest house.
Her husband should come and solve this problem.
So will you, when you call your husband, how you're going to tell your husband about the guest house issue?
Yes.
You tell your husband that your mother is here. So address your husband and let me see. Your mother is here, but she's living in a guest house. Will you say that? Is it? For me, I don't see to talk about it. Your mother just arrived. So you come and say, your mother just arrived. Oh, okay. Where is she? She's home. Oh, okay. Get her a place to sleep. So have you prepared the children's room for her to sleep? That's what I'll ask you. Because I don't know whether she's in a guest house. That is what will provoke you to tell me she came and she said she's lodging in a guest house. Or you want to ask me, are you aware your mother is in town? Or you
I'm
come
sure
and say,
that I'll also be aware that maybe this week mommy is passing through.
What if they don't tell you?
Then I'll be surprised and I'll ask surprise.
No, because they've not told you. Because even your husband too is not aware, because the siblings are angry with their brother to allow the mother to go and sleep in a guest house. So he's also in a shock. But he's not coming home now. But if you're married to a man like me, my mother will come and stay there, and I'll come in the next day. Because I come home at 1 o'clock. So I'll go and see her in a guest house. So you call me and I tell you, if I'm your husband, you come and I tell you that, well, unfortunately, okay, I'll call her. I'll call my mom and say, hello, ma. Oh, welcome. I hear you are home. I have a program. I'll get home like 1 o'clock. I'm doing a late show. And so madam will take care of you. Just sleep. When I come, I'll wake you up. No, I'm not sleeping in this your house. Oh. Today, do you have a place for me to sleep? I'm going to sleep in a guest house you showed me the last time. Your siblings just gave me money so I could go and sleep there. So I'm going to pay for 3 days. So don't worry yourself. Why your wife didn't tell you I'm sleeping in a guest house? I said, no, she didn't tell me. I asked her to prepare a place for you to come and stay. And she didn't say anything.
So what will you do? You are the husband. Would you come and call me and tell me that I should please space?
No, I just spoke to my mother. And after speaking to my mother, what my mother just said is not what you told me. So I'll come back to you. Hello. My wife. Don't worry your head. My mother says she has rented a guest house around the place. So I'll check if she wants you to drop her. Because I wouldn't want my mother to have any confrontation with my wife. It's the last thing.
That's why I don't want
because
to go into that
I don't even want my mother, whatever my mother tells me to, I don't tell my wife. Me, my mother tells me she's about to kill my wife, I don't tell my wife. If my mother tells me that I'm going to kill your wife, I'm going to stab her with a knife, I won't tell my wife. But I'll tell my wife, I'll give my wife an assignment to leave. And the type of wife I'm married to, when I give her that instruction, she won't ask me silly questions. So my mother tells me, your wife, I'm here with her in the house. I'm going to stab her and kill her before you come in the next 2 hours. I will not tell my wife that my mother wants to kill you, so leave the house. No. I'll just call my wife and tell my wife that, please, there's somebody at the junction. Pick the car and go to Hacho. Somebody who's going to give you something to give to me and bring it back home. And the wife I am married to will sit in the car like a fool and will drive to Hacho, leaving my mother alone in the house. So I will not come and tell you she's going to kill you. But I know some people that I have met before, had conversation with, that if it's their turn and I ask them to leave the house because it's 9 o'clock, we are in trouble. What is it? Why? You want me to leave the house for your mother? Why am I going? At this time, 9 o'clock, sit in a car and drive to Hacho to go and do what? Can't you pass there yourself and go and collect the money? You see, there are times that people don't understand what is called unquestionable obedience. And I tell people that, look, if you really want to enjoy marriage and live long in marriage, learn to live with an unquestionable obedience. I say this thing, people don't get it, but the unquestionable obedience help. It doesn't make you a fool. Like yesterday, the topic we're treating, that people want to investigate to have. If you know your husband is sleeping around and you go and interrogate the people he's sleeping around with, what do you get from it? If you want divorce, go. Right now, just give me a news that I'm still processing it. That they are in court to divorce young people who are married. The divorce has not gone through. The woman is dead. Now the divorce, you don't even need to go to court. Death has brought the divorce. Go ahead. Go ahead. When you're hurting each other, what do you get? When you're hurting yourself in the marriage, what do you get? So my reaction will be very nice. Then when I tell you this one, I'll go back to my mother. Okay. And don't me guest house. Mima Meiri is not asking her permission. Mima Meiri and go see where. Oh, Bianca Sam catch a Uber driver and say Umbra in the next 1 hour. Until only idea my friend you'll me buy this on my farming coil. My young boy, there be other me. Once I have that banter with my mother, forget it. And then I come back to you because I know you will request to go and drop her at where she is. So I come back to you quickly so that you won't go for her to give you a cheeky answer. I won't give you that chance to go to my mother. For my mother, I don't want my mother to have any disrespect for my wife. I don't want it. And I don't want my wife to say anything that my mother will say something to curse her. I don't want it. So I call you immediately. Oh, yeah. The old girl herself, she had done her driving arrangement. So when she's ready to go, she said she spoke to her Uber driver to pick her to the place. Girl, don't worry your head. Let her go. And then my wife would tell me, I tried even to give her food. And she said she won't eat because it's late. I said, don't worry your head. Please, you've done your best. The first thing is to decide to give her food. And she says no. Never ask her, will you eat? Tell her it's supper time. We are preparing watching. Grandma, is the watching okay for you? Don't go and say, hey, don't ask that foolish question. Because the family is against you and you don't know. So this will be my reaction. You ask me. And that is how I'll react. Yes, I wouldn't say what she react like that, but I think in my own sense, this will be a good one. However, there are other husbands that are going to call their wife to have a fight with their mother. Ma, for telephone, my wife family in Kasa. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know other women who fight their mother-in-law before. They will fight their husbands. When the mother-in-law says is living in a guest house, the women will start fighting their husbands before the telephone call. Hello. Hey, your mother, does she want to marry you? What does she want from me? Am I the reason why she comes to Accra? Can you imagine that your mother is here right now? I'm talking to her. She's living in a guest house. Ask her what she will eat. She's acting. Tell your mother that me too have the attitude so. Tell your mother that we are all women. You are not the only son that is married. What is it? Why? One marriage I came. Why? What does your mother want from me? Hey, you're going to fool on me. You can't take this nonsense from you. You know, like you say, you're living here to watch TV because you have other things to be preparing. Oh my God. Because here is the case that they are going to report to you that you made her go and live in a guest house. And when she was talking to you, see, one thing I observed from you is that she kept on repeating why she's gone to the guest house. And you never ever responded. There are other women that will respond, though.
Get involved in this decision.
They will respond.
Has decided to book a guest house for you. It's the family. Why should I bring myself in?
Hey, they'll respond too much.
I don't have the energy for
this
drama.
Man, then okay. Now I will fear now work already guest house here. Send your man and yo. How do we live here for you to go and live in a guest house? No, man, no. Whatever it is, Whatever it is that we have to try and then no, it's not the best man. Why the guest house? No. There's someone who's going to fight this. No, ma, this one there is below the belt. So why would you go? No. Yeah, somebody will do that. You know that.
Yeah.
But I like your reaction. I think that's a result of the reaction. I've learned something that is better for wives to be patient enough for or tolerate. Yeah, tolerance is part of patience. Tolerate these things with mother-in-laws. So, but for your own, you think that there's nothing right about allowing your mother-in-law, whether it's your husband's mother, and you are saying that a sensible mother-in-law will reject an offer to sleep on your matrimonial bed.
Yes.
Okay. So, unwise mother-in-law, you are the one who want to share your daughters or your sons out, your daughter or your son's game on the same bed. But yes, the story of the woman who fought them and said, I won't stay in any guest house. I won't stay in any guest room. I will sleep on your matrimonial bed.
That one is worse.
And the husband and the daughter-in-law left the bed, according to the girl. It says they left the bed for the mother-in-law. Under so. On fan under so. So they did that for her. You think that one is wrong?
If the husband is around and allowed this to happen, then it's quite unfortunate.
Well, if the husband is fully like that,
if the husband is around and he's fully like this, I'll leave them.
You allow your husband to fool like that?
Yes.
Now, will you go back and sleep on the bed again? Because this one said for 3 months she didn't go back to sleep on the bed. It is just after 3 months that she went back to sleep on the bed.
But she went back.
What again can she do?
I can't hold said grudge for 3 months and be feeling bad for 3 months, because during this period, the whole 3 months, every time you'll be harboring some, pain in your heart against your husband and your mother-in-law. I can't do that. I will not allow myself to go through such, I can't do that. So I'll go back.
So when your mother-in-law does this, when your mother-in-law comes to request for your bed and nothing else by your bed, you think it's witchcraft or something?
It's witchcraft.
Witchcraft on whose side?
Mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law is a witch.
Yes.
Wow. You can't tell her.
Hey, it's not a tellable opinion or observation.
Okay. So mother-in-law, you are a witch, but I can't tell you. But you made a statement that your mother will not take such an offer because she knows it's wrong.
Our mothers, before a mattress came, what were they sleeping on?
They are sleeping on the mat.
Yes. You remember the mat from the Volta region?
The one that comes.
Then they brought a rubber mat.
The rubber mat was a modernization of the one that they started manufacturing.
Our parents, they've slept on this for so many years before mattress came.
No, but how do you feel? Your mother who gave birth to you is sleeping on the floor. How do you feel?
It will not be the first time.
But what is it? Means no. My word to means no go. My word, my menu me who. My mama me ame be fie me da form. Mo just na me da form wa ha o. The wahala.
She should go for the husband to buy her.
But this one, she's traveled to live with you.
She's traveled. I said go to guest house. You say you don't like.
So you don't have a problem with the guest house.
At all.
It means that if your mother too comes to you and there's an inconvenience, the first suggestion is that she should go to a guest house.
Yes.
And will your mother be happy with that?
This one, there's no contention about it.
So are the troubles our mothers, or what is it? Because is it deliberate or they don't know?
I don't know. Some is deliberate, some too is witchcraft. You see, witchcraft is not when you have the bad witchcraft. It's a craft.
See, let me read this out for you. Mother-in-law is a witch. She knew his son is poor and can't afford another bed. Why don't you come early and leave early? I meant to. She can't come early and leave early. It's also a good point. It's not a day's return. So definitely and this is what we are talking about, even came from Italy. The one who came and gave her the cloth is from Italy. And instead of going to Kumasi, she's there to be in Accra. And it's giving the accolades. Or maybe because she's coming from Italy, that's why the lady gave her a bed to. Yeah. No matter what it is, I want to understand you. You say it is wrong.
Yes. I can't continue, so I won't start. The next time you come,
the next time you come and we don't give you
so
the matrimonial bed.
Matrimonial bed, don't come matrimony anymore.
She's part of the matrimony.
She's part of it.
Yeah, she's part of matrimony. But if she didn't give birth to a matrimonial son, you won't get a matrimonial husband.
I see.
The best thing is a hotel, period. Yeah, I'm a bentel. Why being yet? You carry my mother to go and sleep in a hotel, and you are soundly sleeping on my son's bed. No, are you okay?
So it's being real.
That you are me, pa, who gave birth to my son. You, who just came to marry. Are you okay? Is it fair? No. Let's be realistic. That you are giving my son. No, as you know, your mother-in-law too will come and accuse you, the daughter-in-law. So my daughter, you are sitting here when your husband told you that he's going to rent a place for me to sleep. You didn't say anything. You know that sign too is there. That when they are taking her to the guest house, and your husband is taking her to the guest house, she's going to ask you, hey, into your bar, na uma utiana ukunu esiminkonko that guest house. Hey, will you respond to that?
Yes, sir. Oh, mommy, I will leave the scene.
You mean you not even be there when your husband is making the decision to carry?
When she start talking like that, I'll do and then leave the scene.
You don't even sit there.
At all.
You won't be there. Goodbye.
I will excuse. I have the right to excuse myself. I have the right. Please, I'll send for my man.
Well, maybe Gladys just gave us a point. And her point is something else. And I think that Ama Bentil is siding in a certain way with baby Gladys. But hey, mother-in-law and in-laws wahala. Yeah. So this time the lady is in trouble. And her worry right now is, I think she needs to get some of the heart of baby Gladys, because she's very worried that the mother-in-law has come down here, and there are messages here. Let me go and read on Facebook. It says, poor network said, oh, sorry. Usually when you enter this environment, you have that one. I'm sorry. I hope the network is better now. Poor network. poor network. Say, I think that's what you want to write, not sit. Okay. And then yes. And then sure. Somebody, you get dependency. Nothing. Okay. It's a learn to listen to understand. Well, I like the rhyme. Learn to listen to understand. Oh, okay. That's a good one too. Learn to listen to learn. Wise assignment. To prevent is it enmity? Okay. So wise to listen to understand. I like your comments. And this is plan of hatred. Okay. Plan of hatred is what you are also saying. So I think that majority of us have problem, and the problem we have is a very, very simple one. And if we will learn to, as it were, understand what we are living with, these problems will come to an end. When Baby Gladys speaks, there are times that I don't really. Okay, so let me see. Amma Bentel just wrote another one again. Amma, thank you for your contribution. I love when people are writing. So that shouldn't be like I'm just giving my ideas alone, which people believe that my ideas are not correct, you know. So yeah. Okay, thank you very much. So this is it. Amma Bentel, I want to read your message. Let me just you know already the shifting cultivation. Very, very essential. Yeah, when my driver leaves, the best thing I need to do is to shift. All right, I'm going to read it. Okay. Okay. All right. So Amma says the woman have to provide money to rent a bigger apartment for the mother. Okay. The woman have to provide money to rent a bigger apartment for the mother to enjoy the house, since she knew the son is 100% poor. Oh, Amma, Amma, Amma. Oh, Amma. Amma, right now, you're not being too kind to this man. You want this woman to provide money because the son is poor. You should know the pocket of your son so as to do certain demands. Is that what Amma is saying? Amma, is that what you're saying? I feel there's a line be in front of me. Is it true? Ah, yes, it's gone. Ah. Oh, I'm still here. Yes, will you be happy if your mother-in-law? All right, so I'm just trying to get clean into the screen. Okay, your mother-in-law is the one that is renting a place for you. Then when she rents a place for you, she can come one day and come and sleep in the what do you call it? In your matrimonial room, because actually she's the one paying the rent. What of that one too? Because the way I'm saying it, the rent payer have a lot of what is it called? the rent payer has a lot of impact or input in the house. You know, there's a funny story that yesterday in the evening someone was sharing with me. It was funny, funny, but essential. So apparently, there is a rent that was paid by there's a rent that has been paid, and the rental is paid by somebody. So the person has paid the rent, and he paid for 4 years. When they paid the 4 years rent, they were going out. A young girl, single girl, was going out with this married man, and the married man paid the rent for her. And fortunately or unfortunately, the agreement for the rent was signed by the man himself because he paid and he didn't finish paying all. So it was bits and pieces. The payment was going bits and pieces, trying to get. So for the 4 years, he spread it and was paying it small. And the young lady, the 4 years of the relationship, they are into 1 year, 6 months, and has flared up. So the relationship have gone sour between the young lady and the big man or the married man. So it means that there's no relationship. So the married man then told the lady that I'm giving you some few times to, as it were, quit from the house, leave the house, because I want the landlord to re-rent the apartment and get me back my money. The young lady said, over her dead body, she will leave as and when she wants to live. So this weekend, the man traveled. He was not in town. Has been out of Ghana in the UK for some program and surgery. He went for surgery, according to him. In his arrival, he heard that the young lady has gone to marry. And the funny story is that after they married, they have continued to live in the apartment that the man rented for her in Nigeria. And that is a bone of contention. And the man says he wants his kids. And the woman says it will never happen. It will never happen. Why? It will never happen that he's going to quit from the house. Because now they are married. And he and the husband have decided that they will stay here. It's okay. You and your husband have decided to stay where I rented for you. Then pay me off. Otherwise, I will eject you. She says this is a benefit in the relationship. So she will not leave. And the man's argument right now is, even if he wants to consider, he's not ready to consider renting a place for you and the man who is qualified to come and marry you, who is better than him. So I was just told this yesterday, and they asked that I should share my opinion. And I said, today I'll think about it. So I'm just saying that we're in connection with you saying that the mother-in-law or the mother of the son should go and pay for the, what I say, what's today's date in the first place? I'm supposed to do a certain business, and the business is supposed to be done on the 19th. So I just wanted to check, is today 19th or what? Because I forgot it. I just got to where I'm going to, and I remember that I didn't even check the date. And I did. Peanut ball, oh, and then 21st, okay. And then 21st, okay, that was young boy. That one too, I mean, if you want to share your view on that one too, I will give you the chance to share your view on that one too. Because Papa say, first was your company, but it's also okay. So Sadia, Unu Kunufufrona, Mwenyana, Muska Semino, Muntia, Scanner, major fee, friend, landlord, no. So the landlord says, also beauty, poor network, Charlie. Anyway. So I don't know. Okay, so today is 20th. Okay, 20th February. Okay, maybe I will need 21st. So can't afford. Okay, so let's see. Amma says, how can you enjoy something your son can't afford? You will sleep on the floor or hotel. Choose one. Okay. I get where Amma is coming from, because if your son can afford a 4-bedroom house and leave one room for both in-laws, and I think it's one of the ways that I keep saying that the guest room and the children's room will be available for. So formally, I was thinking that 4-bedroom house was too much, but after traveling and going around, I realized that it's important. Look, listen, maintaining a house is expensive. Maintaining a house is very, very expensive. The building, when you are building it, the money goes and you don't get it. It's like you want to fence a wall and they give you a budget of $8,000 to fence 2 blocks. 2 plots in Ghana. 90 by 80, 2 plots. And they're paying $8,000. Not even a full wall. 10 courses from the ground. It's not easy. And here is you. So if who this kind of the money doesn't come back against you now. Even the first wall doesn't generate any money for you. So I realized that this kind of Charlie. So it's incumbent on us to plan well, and at times it's sad. Well, my take that I was going to give to them is that I think that the girl is not being fair. Not being fair in the sense that you are no more with the man. Why have you brought a stranger into the conversation? You see, I'm saying a stranger because the new guy you are married to, yeah, you are a single girl, you should be able to marry. If you are not ready to be a second wife, a third wife, a fourth wife to a married man, it's good you also go and get your own and want to start life. That's okay. It's a choice. But don't make a choice of implicating somebody's son. And I don't know why this young man too, you are ready to marry such a girl and you decide to continue to live in the apartment she's living in. Even if it's nice, proximity-wise, environmental-wise, do you have the detail of where she's living? Or you want to join her to fool? Maybe if you know, when it comes, we'll fight her. If we have to go to court together, we'll go. Is that what you know? You know? Is that the idea? Are you going to fight this man? If this man decides that Medina, will you fight him? Even yes. What will you gain if you're fighting your sugar daddy? Because I mean, Sayam did it today. Why will you marry a girl who is living in an apartment that being paid for by another man? If you're ready to marry such a girl, why won't you find ways and means of providing your own style of shelter? If it's one person you want to live in, single room, self-contained, or you want to just do a simple chamber and hall around Sukura, somewhere, why would you do it? Why would you want to enjoy the comfort of a lady who cannot afford a rent? The man has paid 4 years. The man has paid 4 years. Finally paid 4 years for you to live in there. The relationship has gone sour. 1.5 year, 1 year, 6 months. He's telling the landlord that I paid for this particular rental and I don't want it anymore. Rent it out and give me back my money. So I would rather think that if that is anything to write home about, I will also be happy that you will rather want to see that you will pay for the rent. At least let's go and see the landlord. Me, I will want the guy, if the lady wants to live there, the guy should let them go and pay for the rent. Because when you marry, Charlie, when you marry, you should be able to provide shelter for your family. All of us is expensive providing shelter. I'm telling you, it's expensive providing shelter. Shelter is one of the most expensive thing in the whole world. Shelter is very expensive in the whole world. Where you keep your family, I'm telling you. So, I think that we should allow them to live there if that's where they want to live, but they should pay their old man or go politely. See, men are men. When I see women fighting men, I laugh because men are men. Politely go to this man and well, some people to have their pride, they don't want to lobby. Like to lobby to say whatever has happened, forgive me. Whatever, let me, I don't know. You can still do something. You can negotiate. You can negotiate. You can, so that you continue living there, if it's possible. Do you understand? You can continue living there if it's possible. That's my take. But the best is to quit from the memories of that room, quit from the memories of that bed, quit from the memories that connects you to, quit from that memory. Quit. Oh yes, quit. Yeah, I think you should quit. It's the best. Quit. Yeah. Quit. Quit. Charlie, it's good to quit. Oh. Quit. To me, I mean, you don't love the man again. The man, the relationship is not there. Quit. Quit. You see, so plan well. So, like am I saying, shelter is expensive and it's difficult. I feel for people when they have shelter challenges. I'm telling you, when a family has shelter challenges, I feel for them. I know how it is, especially when you have a very stupid landlord who behaves as if uncle school that big. But when you're scared, he dying and want to rubbish your education alongside renter. And the way the month is going giddy like that. Look at February is just running. You say today is 21st or something. Charlie. Now the rent is something it runs. Before you see the month has ended. Before you see the month has ended. I'm not too good at air conditioning, honestly. So when you're too good with air conditioning, I prefer to be in the heat, but because of the gadgets, they will start heating up. So the daughter-in-law and the mother-in-law, are we agreeing that so it is wrong? So let's put it this way: is it wrong to give your matrimonial bed to, as it were, your mother-in-law? Because I will be wrapping up very soon. Is it wrong? Is it wrong? Because one led the mother to go to a guest house so that peace will prevail. And now it has become a method of practice for the mother-in-law. She now comes to Accra and without their knowledge, the other siblings have rented for her the guest house to go and live in. Is it fine that your mother-in-law comes and is saying that now I'm living in a guest house? Now I am no more, when I come here, I won't sleep here again. Some even will tell you that bring my grandchildren to come and visit me at the hotel I am. Is it prudent? Because you came and there was an inconvenience. How do you also feel? I don't know if there's a mother-in-law online for me. How do you feel that you come and visit your son and they treat you like you are inconvenienced to them? Due to what? How do you feel? Maybe the Alice made a statement and said that the mother will not even take the offer. When you give her the opportunity to sleep on your matrimonial bed, the mother will not even take the offer. I remember some time ago, a very close friend of ours, when we had our child, outside, and then we left the baby inside. And my mother asked, why we left the child there alone on the outside? So our friend is in there. He said, "What, in your bed?" No, no, it's not done. No matter how close she is, she cannot go and stay in your bedroom with your baby. Bring the child to the guest room. Hey, this thing. This became a big fight. Hey, this thing I'm talking about quietly like this. A big problem. It became a very big problem. Hey, not small problem. And I pronounce problem because of Evelyn Checker. There's a way she pronounced problem, and I'm trying to, Evelyn Checker, my Checker. There's a way she pronounced Evelyn. There's a way she pronounced problem. What is your problem? Problem. Problem. So I think I pronounce. For my life, I don't pronounce it well, but now I'm learning the pronunciation from her because she likes problem. My wife said, why is your mother worried about this one? We have our room, and we know why we want to keep the baby there. And she's a nurse, and the level of closeness she has with us, being in our bedroom. He said, no, it's not that. Hey, this thing. I'll fight though. And my mother displayed her to the extent that the lady in the room saw what my mother was doing and was shouting and saying, no, he Jesus Christ. And when this was happening, I didn't know about it. I always say this. One thing I love about my wife, she will not even exchange one word. She's so intelligent. So when mother made that statement to her, she quickly came to me, told me about the fire on the mountain. And I said, leave it for me. I'll solve it myself. So she told my mother, you more funny. She told her, okay, Wale, we didn't know that it's not done. Nicely, and came to report. And I went there. I went to the room to go and stay in the room with the nurse and my daughter. Then I heard that my mother was looking for me. But they asked, where's my son? And they said, well, I'm in the room with the baby and the nurse. He says, what are they doing? So I was there when she came to knock the door. Go. Called my name. Casti, yes, neighbor. My neighbor. We can all do that. And I said, okay, yes, it's fine. But they're doing something for her. So the midwife was doing something for the baby. Said, okay. You're not doing anything with the child. You're not doing anything for the child. Nothing. There's nothing I do. They'll not do anything for the child. Okay. So I told her that we're doing something for the child inside this outside. It's okay. All right, so when it finish. So my mother didn't tell me about what she told my wife. There was nothing, no conversation. There was nothing actually. There was nothing. My mother didn't say anything to me. Me too, I didn't never reacted till today about what it is. But the lady stayed in the room for a long time. And I remember she asked me a question. I heard the mother shouting that why am I sitting here with a baby in your room? And I said, oh, you heard that? She said, yes. I said, oh, how did you hear it? Well, I said that. Last time chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming to. I went to the bank. Where do I
bank? Ah, okay, if you can back here, I go fee go back.
So, in-laws sleeping. In-laws sleeping, and sleeping in a guest house because one time she came home and we allowed her to go and sleep in a guest house. That's an in-law. Is it the right thing to do? I don't have an in-law on my line today, but we have stories that people are sharing their own. I'm a Bento. Thank you very much, my dear. Your points are well noted. This attitude, and I will just share with you what happened when mother saw a stranger in our bed. My wife reported to me, or told me, not reported, there's a stronger word to say she reported. My wife told me about it. Yeah. I didn't react, honestly. I did not react. I gently, romantically accepted the rule and lived with it quietly. Like I was saying, the nurse who was taking care of our daughter inside, God, our daughter can cry, and we thought something was wrong with her. She heard my mother complaining why she in her bed. And I insisted that they should keep the child in the bedroom for a reason. I never confronted my mother because the way she reacted towards my wife and the way my wife reacted gently, it gave me a lot of relief. It's my room, and I choose who come. My mother was giving us the right advice that this is not good. A lot of people have come into my bedroom. because of relationship. When it's wrong, according to the photo, it's wrong. So I think that when your mother-in-law comes to you and you give her a place to sleep, and she doesn't want where you have given her to sleep, well, don't hesitate to let your husband do the place. Mother-in-law and daughter-in-law must learn, otherwise they will clash every time. There's a language that mother-in-laws understand. There is a voice that in-laws understand. There is a voice that when you use and speak, your in-law will understand you more than any other person. So somebody says, what about your sister-in-law? Your room. What about your sister in your room? It's wrong. Somebody say, okay, so let me see what I say. What about your sister in your room? Are you talking about sister-in-law? I'm not sure. Welcome, my dear. Hey, I know this morning you are busy, but you've come. I don't understand. Sister, are you talking about sister-in-law or your own sister? As a matter of fact, like my driver said earlier, that her mother will reject passing a night in her matrimonial bed. Even entering into your daughter-in-law and your son's room should be well calculated. I remember the story in US where the lady lost the husband, the marriage. No, my own sister. Okay. So I'm now your own sister coming into your matrimonial room. There's nothing wrong with it. Especially, I always say that, you see, the woman's family here, they have some connection to keep the marriage going. So when your own sister enters your room, unless your sister is not correct, so you should also know the type of sister that will come. Like me, my wife and my sisters, they have that rapport. Yeah. My wife and my sisters, they have a certain type of rapport that even me at times, when I'm not even comfortable with it, they don't care. So there are times that they want to do some two man, and my wife can invite them to the room. Then he will invite them to the room. I am limited. I don't have anything to say. But when I'm in the room and they are looking for me, they ask to say I'm in the room. They will knock, and I'll come and meet them. There are times I let them come, depending on what I want to do with them. Yeah. So I believe that the relationship between your sister, dear, knowing how she is, that when she comes to your room and things are not kept well, she comes to your room and the bed is unkept, and my sisters will enter into our room, and before they come out, they are carrying something. That attitude between the two of them, that one there, my wife and my sisters, the way they behave, I don't like going between them. Whoever I don't take care, I'll become a third party. They will just go inside, go and measure some dress, go and measure some shoes. I don't know. If God blesses me the way I'm expecting, I'll give my wife a room, so that those things they like doing, they do with it. Because I can see anytime they go and carry something, and they come and do. They come say, hey, you say you give us. You see what they've given us. They have a certain rapport. So that I will not go and then interfere with their rapport when it comes to these things they're doing. But I think that when your sister, your own blood sister or your stepsister, your blood sister comes into your room, that you're giving her permission, is okay. Because there are times that if the room is not well, if things are not going on well in the room, if we have not really arranged things well in the room, I will not allow my sisters to even come. But if my wife has said take them there, she knows what she doesn't want them to see. But if your own sister, because your sister can come and tidy your room, what if you are living with them? Because when you go into marriage, they allow your sister to come and serve you, and will you limit her from coming to help you to lay your bed? You get where I'm coming from? Yeah, I remember something that happened. I'll share with you. I mean, it's funny, but I'll share with you. In our bedroom, and someone was coming in there, and so there was an air conditioning guy My son who comes to service my air condition was going to a room to go and service the, the air condition. And it was early morning. My wife got up early to go, but I was still in bed when I heard he has come. So naturally, he's my son, and he does the servicing for me. So nobody enters my room except him. So he was coming to service the air condition. But the night before, I think the night before, we had a very good, nice time. So the place was not the room was not properly arranged. Not properly arranged. I was not wearing the pajamas. I was lying naked. I bathed late, around 4. So when I came, I said I wear pajamas for them to wash. So I came to lie down naked. Adam. So when they said I'm in the room, that's why son, when he's coming, I'm there, he will come. But my wife knew that I was lying down naked. So all of a sudden, he told my son, wait, let me check whether he's sleeping. So they can do the outdoor before you do the inside. While my wife knows I was not sleeping, she came and said, no, your son is coming. Get something and wear. So that he doesn't come to see your nakedness. I didn't have any problem with it. But you see, my wife had her own reservation. Came early, rushed ahead to tell me to wear something. And I wore it before my son came inside it. So there are times that, the bedroom thing, you ask for your sister, she can come. That's okay. My sister is correct. We sleep on the bed together. Okay. Is it your matrimonial bed, my sister? You sleep on your matrimonial bed with your sister, Abra? Is that what I say? So at least the lady who says Friday we're going to treat that one. The lady says that the mother-in-law comes and when you give her a place to sleep, she says she only likes to sleep on their matrimonial bed. She might have a reason. It could be a spiritual direction, but whatever it is, let's learn. Oh, okay. Abra has responded. I think that it's better we learn. Network is bad. I'm ending. I know network is bad for you. It's better we learn what we all don't know. So let's learn how to live with our mother-in-law. There's nothing wrong in giving your mother-in-law a guest house to feel comfortable. Pick her in the morning, drop her in the evening. Let her eat in the house. Don't let her be in a guest house and buy food from outside. Provide her with a 3-square meal if it's possible, or 2-square meals in the morning, early morning breakfast. Let her take her bath early morning. Go and pick her up. And it's nice. Mother-in-laws, you too, learn to live with our daughters, your daughters-in-law, so that peace will reign. Well, thank you very much for joining me this morning. I want to end here and say that remember, the flyer behind me on TikTok is for those of you who want to go to the US and Canada for educational master's program. If your GPA is 3.0 and you want to study cybersecurity and AI for free, just do a donation to the foundation. The best thing you need to do is to call me on 0277-6096. It's very, very free. The only donation you need to do is donate $2,000 to the foundation, and then we'll give you access to start everything you want for the scholarship. If you don't pay the $2,000 to the foundation, we don't give you access to start. The scholarship is free. It's free. It's only $2,000. We're looking forward from you to pay to the foundation or more. We need to build some shelter. And so if you want to do more for us, we will take. It's $2,000 and above. $2,000 and above. Thank you very much for joining me. Call me on 0277-6096. Ginger Honey Chips is the main sponsor for our road show this morning. Tomorrow is another day. God willing, we'll have a discussion again on more great things. It's been very difficult having gifts from you these days. Pray that God will bless you so that you can give us kids. It's nice. The numbers, I don't know which time. I don't know which times we need to have a show for them to be able to come. But no matter what happens, the content is very essential to us. Live with your mother-in-law in harmony. No matter how troublesome your mother-in-law is, may I encourage you to learn to live with your mother-in-law. No matter how troublesome your mother-in-law is. Some are too troublesome. Some, their level of troublesomeness doesn't mean look at them like a mother. I'm considering some issues based on this mother-in-law discussion in this house, but I can't speak at it in public. Good morning. I'll see you again later in the day. We have a show tonight or this evening. Let's do it together. They will be doing it. I love you all. But God loves you.